Withstand the pain. When we are dealing with pain or things that hurt us, we must first and foremost have faith in our abilities and courage to take immediate action. Each and every one of us, no matter who we are, will experience pain and suffering in our journeys through life, our quest to be successful, and our thoughts to be the best. The pain that you will suffer will be like no one else's pain, for the fact that situations may be similar, but the reaction won't be the same. Each and every one of us has emotions, but they cause us to react differently. Depending on the volume of our stress level, what we are risking, who's going to be affected by this change, there are several reasons which could cause a different outcome depending on the individual. Remember, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. There are going to be times in your life, for whatever reason, people are not going to believe in your ideas regardless of how clear and how precise you think they are. There are going to be times when you are going to feel the world is against you and everyone in it. There are going to be times when the only people you can count on is you. Not your mother, not your father, not your husband, and not your wife. The only person you are going to be relying on is you and your business or profession that you chose. You can't expect people to buy into your dreams or make your dreams theirs. When you come across this phase in your life, this is the time to put your game face on. This is the time when you must only focus on the decision you made and to keep that dream alive. These are going to be very critical times in your steps to success. Get used to it, because as you grow, you will always be faced with obstacles. Keep in mind, just like anything, the more you go through or experience, the better you handle it. As this happens, you learn how to become more creative. You become more aware, and your education level will have grown with your experience. This is the time when that once long rope you had has become a string. These are the times when the devil kicks in and makes you think you tried everything, and to just fold it up and go back to doing whatever it were you were doing that made life easier. This is the true test to see if you're committed or not. When your time has expired and the last piece of string is about to break, this is the time to see if you have faith or not. I was told that the test of commitment and faith will always eventually separate those that will become abundantly successful and those with infinite wealth. You must learn how to sacrifice, commit yourself, go without, set aside your pride, and still walk in faith and give as though you have reached your dream or goal. If you are not willing to discipline yourself, indulge in this pain, you will certainly not be rewarded in the category of those who have. These stages in your life will help you make your identity and keep you humble when your blessings begin to rain. I guarantee that whatever it is you are going through, there have been many people before you that has been through more, but still fought and won, though what seems to be a never-ending battle. Think about those who fought and won and made their way through slavery, like Mary Bethune, A.G. Gaston, who started out working for 30 cents an hour and became a multimillionaire, Alonzo F. Herndon, who was born a slave in southern Georgia and became one of the wealthiest men of his time, Martin Luther King, who spoke of a vision he had for his country, a vision that would inspire and spearhead victories against inequality and social injustice, Madam C.J. Walker, who was born in poverty on a Louisiana farm, needless to say was orphaned at 7, who created a hair care system that made her very wealthy. These are people who had great struggle. If they can go through what they went through to become multimillionaires, the struggles that we face in this day and time cannot compete. I once heard Jesse Jackson say, "Dream big dreams." Others may deprive you of your material wealth and cheat you in 1,000 ways, but no man can deprive you of the control and use of your imagination. People may deal with you unfairly, as they will most often do. They may deprive you of your liberty, but they cannot take from you the privilege of using your imagination. In your imagination, you always win. To know is nothing at all. To imagine is everything. What does not destroy you can only make you stronger. Once all struggles is grasped, miracles are possible. Remember, Wisdom is oftentimes nearer when we stoop than when we soar. Life is fragile, handled with prayer. No matter how mentally strong you are, no matter how smart you are, you, as a human, will be faced with problems that you, as an individual, will not be able to face alone. I thank God that I was aware of this early in life. Learn the power of prayer and become dependent upon it, and have faith within it. Realize that whatever it is you go through, whatever it is that hinders you, whatever it is that deters you or fears you, you can pray. Walk out on faith, and God will handle the rest. He may not come when you want him to, but he will never be late. I've never known God to step in at a bad time. His timing is always on time. I learned that God won't put obstacles in your way without giving you a way around them. The world's needs are many. For most of us it is money. For others it is health. And yet all yearn for happiness, fame, and fortune. The greatest need, unfortunately, is not contingent upon material possessions, and it can rarely be found in the opinion of others. What we need rather than mere beauty are thoughts that breathe and words that burn. Words that have the power to ease the heart and lift the spirit, to encourage and sustain, to give hope, faith, and consolation. Words for the worried, the ailing, the bereaved, the physically challenged and the emotionally disturbed. We need words that speak to our condition. We need thoughts that knock at the gates of our souls that has the ability to solve each and every problem. We need a force that converts defeat into challenge. We need the God factor that will bring forth fresh opportunity for individual achievement, which not need be burdened by yesterday's failures. Prayer favors no race, no creed or color, nor is it bound by any sort of religion, tradition, or organized doctrine or dogma. Prayer recognizes no precedent, follows no hard and fast rules. Prayer makes kings and queens of the humblest men and women. Prayer transcends all human experience, all education, all knowledge available to mankind. With all of this in mind, the only fixed price is that of an unyielding faith. It is most when you feel like giving up that you are closest to your goal. Never lose focus or sight on the original reason why you made the decision to do whatever it is you decided to do. I have noticed that when times get extremely rough and times become unbearing, we have a tendency to see things different from our original thought. Don't let the pain or the thought of failure stop you from moving on, reaching your goal, and most importantly, stepping out on faith. It is always a good idea to measure what you sacrifice, what you put into your dream, the feeling you get when you perform your services, or the people who are praying for you to make it, to open up the doors and opportunities for them. Small businesses make up half of the world's economy and keeps the world moving forward. We are the world's biggest suppliers and customers. We have a great percentage rate on the employment rate. Even though there is a high failure rate for small business owners, we are always in demand. One thing is for certain is that the moment you turn back, you would never know how close you were to successfully reaching your goal or making the breakthrough. Success will come knocking, just not always at the front door. Some of us have to take the back door to success. Sometimes the road to go back to where we were is a lot further than the road ahead to success. Each individual is responsible for what they have done and for the people they have influenced. Only by his actions can a man make himself and his life whole. There are those who seek to destroy you and discredit you. Let them. They can only make you stronger. Withstand the pain and move on.